10, 10, 10 to 10, 10 to 10. We are 10. One more after this one. So 2 more to go. Let's do 10. 10 is a good place to be. So 53 is just like 52, where they give you the x's. They're basically saying plug in -9 or 0 or 1 into x. What do you get for y? So let's do that. So put in -9 for x. So that makes -18, because it's all times there, equals -14. Get the y's alone by doing the opposite. And if it's -18, just add 18. So y is equal to 4. There's the first answer. Excellent. Next, I have to erase this because I just don't have room. So next, let's plug in 0 for x. My favorite thing to plug in. Why? Because it just zaps out that whole thing. And then you get y is equal to -14. I like it because it requires the least amount of work. And then 1. 1's not too bad either. I should put back the original, shouldn't I? So plug in. We're going to plug in 1. 2 times 1 plus y. I'm going to write the whole thing out this time. -14. So 2 plus just plus y. I don't know what y is yet. But I can figure it out pretty soon. Subtract 2. Y is equal to -16. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good to go? And you can just sort of look at it. 2 times 1 is 2. Yeah, it works. There's your answer over here. Can you write that out, those as ordered pairs? I suppose so. Extra writing. But those are our answers. So if we write them as ordered pairs, they would look like -9 for the x, 4 for the y. Also 0 -14, otherwise known as the y-intercept. And then 1 -16. There you go. And you can sort of tell from this as you look at these, as the numbers get bigger, then the y's get smaller. So that means as x is increasing, y is decreasing. So that would mean the slope is negative because it's going down as the x's get bigger. But you could graph it to prove it. Chop, chop. Next, 54. What we have here is just really similar to the last problem, except they give you the equation, like they did in the previous ones, but they say find the intercepts. So what does that mean? They're telling you what points to plug in. It's like saying, here is the table, here is the x and y. They're saying find the intercepts. When x is 0, what's y? That's the y-intercept. When y is 0, what's x? That's the x-intercept. Well, there you go. So let's plug them in. So 2 times nothing is nothing, so y equals 2. There's the y-intercept. Let's plug in 0 for the y now. This is kind of cool. You get 2x plus 0. So 2x equals 2. X equals, zip, zip. X equals 1. There are your intercepts. This is your x-int. This is your y-int. And if you really want to write it as, more clearly, which is probably not a bad idea, you go 0, 2, it's the y-int. I don't mind abbreviating that. And then 1, 0 is the x-int. You can graph it if you aren't comfortable with how it looks. So, there you go. Next. This is a graphing one. They give you the equation. They give you a little axes to put the graph on. Let's do it. What do you want to plug in there? You can plug in whatever you want. But why would you want to plug in like 20? Because that's, you want to pick in things right around 0. So the best thing to plug in, I feel, those intercepts again. 0, 0. You could put it into y because I'm x plus b form and work it that way, which I'm fine with you doing that. But I always feel like just plugging in points is the easiest, especially when it's set up like this. So when x is 0, basically that just covers him up. It's gone. 2. And then y is equal to 4. Easy. Right? So then when you plug in 0 for y, that gets rid of this one. Woo! So then x is equal to then x is equal to 4. Isn't that crazy? And that's all you got to do. You just look at that and you go, 4 plus 0 is 4, and 0 plus 4. So what does that look like on a graph? Let's find 0, 4. There's your y-intercept. And 4, 0. There's your x-intercept. That looks pretty good to me. Let's graph it. The line through it. Let's not do that one. Back it up. I mean, that's the right thing. Let's do a different color, though. There it goes. I missed that a little bit over there. It's a little hard to do with my finger. Still missing it, but you get the gist. It should be exactly more like a 45-degree angle. That's it. Cake. The other way to do it, I'm going to go ahead and erase a little bit. Instead of picking points like that, again, which I still think is the easiest, but this one's not too bad to say, I'll put it into y equals mx plus b form. So I'll subtract x, and you get y is equal to, and I'll put it into mx plus b. So where m is negative 1, that's your slope, and the y-intercept is 4. So if you do it this way, works too. You start with 4, just like we did over here, and then you do the slope. The slope, if you think of it as a fraction, means every time you go down 1, you go over 1. So there's your next point. Do it again. Down 1, over 1. Down 1, over 1. Down 1, so you get that. You can get the line that way. That didn't look very good. But you get the gist, right? You can do it from slope-intercept way also. Nice. Alright, for 56, it's another graphing one. It's all chapter 3 stuff. Y equals mx plus b is the connector. So we're supposed to find the equation of the line. So if you go to y equals mx plus b, the b is the y-intercept. There she is. Looks like it's the point 0, 2. So you just put the 2 into the b spot. And the m is, let's see, down 2 over 2. So m is down 2 over 2, which is just negative 1. Put that on the m spot. Now for your equation of a line, you need a y equals mx, and that was plus 2. That's it. You always need a y and an x in there, unless it's one of those special horizontal or vertical line. But this one, good to go. That's your answer. Whoa. Here's the equation. You can just look at it. Goes through 2, goes down 2 over 2. That's it. It's definitely negative slope. So make sure you have your right sign for your slopes. Alright, one more. So for page 10, coming to the bottom with number 57. By the way, I like the number 57 because it looks like it's prime, but it isn't. It's 3 times 19. But often people think it's prime. So, but 3 goes into it because 5 plus 7 is 12, and 3 goes into 12. That's how you know when 3 goes into something. I'm talking about this guy right here. But that's just the question number. That's not the problem here. What's the problem? Find the slope. Now they give you the 2 points. What can you do? You can graph them and then count between them. I'm okay with that. The numbers are too big to do that. I mean, sometimes it's really hard to do it that way if they're off the graph. If they're 153. So you should know the way, and the way is this. M is equal to subtract the y's, which they write this way, over subtract the x's. Now what does that mean? It means the second y take away the first y. So if this is the first point, you put those little subscripts. This is, whoopsie, hey. That's the first point. Here's the second point. And then use those little they're not powers, they're just like the second one. So let's subtract the second y minus 3 minus the 8, the first y, over, then start with this guy, 6, take away 3. No negative a negative, so I'll take it to the street. Here we go, minus 3 minus 8, ooh, that's minus 11 over 3. That's it. That's the slope. Nothing you can do about it. That's your slope. How do you like that? You could write m is equal to that too if you want. It'd be cool. And that's that. We're done with 10. And it took 10 minutes. Let's do number 11 and then we'll be ready to be done.